So the other day I was browsing back through some older charts online because I know there are lots and lots of them that I missed. I had taken a few breaks here and there from cross stitching, missed quite a few patterns during those breaks, and I got to thinking I'm going to go out there and see what's out there. And I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to pick my favorites and then I'm going to share them to see if maybe you all miss these charts too, or if there's a chart or two that you find that you like, that you want to research. Kitties are playing together, so pay attention to that. But so what I'm going to do is do a monthly like time capsule and show you some charts that I found that were released in each month through the years. They start at the late 90s and end around 2010 because everything after 2010 is pretty recent. You know, you can still find those and get those, but prior to that, things might be a little harder to find. Some of these things are still in print, still being sold at ONS's, you know, and LNS's, and I'm sure a lot of the LNS's still have a lot of these that they've just not sold over the years. So if you see anything that you like, you know, you can go on a treasure hunt and see if you can find it for yourself. These are just some ones that I picked out that I've got on my list to, if I run across them. Some of them I will seek out because they're just really special. And I'll try to show them to you as best I can. And I've got my list written down, so I'm going to be looking down. So we'll start with 1998, and in January of 1998, let me give you a disclaimer too, that some of these charts may not have been released in the month that I'm saying they are, but you know, give me some grace as far as around that time. It doesn't matter, I know, but I did try to keep them in the month that they were released. I'm not guaranteeing it though. But that really doesn't matter. The year kind of matters more than the month, right? So this is A Cat in Snowman's Clothing by Hillside Samplings. This is cute. This is really cute. You know, I can see a cat doing that, honestly, to get closer to a bird. That's just precious. And the colors are too. Colors are really cute too, you know, with the blue and all the white. But yeah, that cardinal, the popper red, is really cute. This one is Medieval Pheasant Tapestry. This is by Stitch World. And I am stitching a Stitch World now. Their patterns, they do a lot of tweeting, and I think that gives their patterns depth. And, you know, a lot of times I'll skip that and use a variegated, you know, but I'm finding that the tweeting really does make a difference. And but I think this is just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I wrote those colors on the blue fabric, all the critters, and that leaf border. The leaf border is just beautiful too. Really, really pretty. And I have Lemon Tree by St. Ruth Designs. Now, I had never heard of St. Ruth's Designs, but this, I think, the picture doesn't do it justice. I bet this is beautiful stitched up. The bird with the, you know, that's gathering in the corner, and then you've got the nest and just all of the flowers around it, and then that lemon tree, which I'm partial to lemon. I love lemon. So I just think that's really pretty. I missed totally. Totally missed it. Bent Creek's Love. I have this one now because I went and found this one and ordered it. But just Bent Creek has a whole series of these. It's the alphabet, and then they pull out letters of the alphabet to form words. I know you've probably seen them. Bent Creek is one of my absolute favorite designers, and I did not have this one, and I did pick up a few more, the ones that I didn't have, but I am going to make sure that some more of those find their way into my stash. But this love is just really pretty. It would be a really, really cute piece to stitch up for Valentine's Day, or really anytime, you know. We all need a little love, right? The Greenhouse Samplers. This is by Exemplars from the Heart. And that great border just nabbed me. I have to have this one. I really, really have to have this one. You know, the grapes graduate from that deep purple all the way around to the green grapes, and you know, the really, really light green at the bottom of the other side. Just really, really pretty in that big greenhouse. You know, green's my favorite color, so I'm a sucker for a big greenhouse. And then I thought this one was cute. This is Holly House, the birdhouse for January. It's a part of a series. I missed this series completely. But that big blue barn, and I really think that's really pretty too. So, like that one. Okay. Quaker Friendship Sampler. This is also from Exemplars from the Heart. And the birds facing each other, you know, like friends from across the way. You know, I really, really like that. Some of the design elements, you know, there you can tell some of these designers just put so much effort into what they're designing, and those little details can be missed a lot of times. But I really, really like that one. And the choice of colors is just outstanding. Nellie's Flowers. This is by Homespun Samplers. I wrote blues and greens and a basket with vines on either side and an alphabet. What else? What else is there? So I may be going a little fast, but I've got quite a few of these, and I don't want to keep you very long. But I really like that one, Nellie's Flowers. And this is by Lottie Da. This is one that I missed too. Lottie Da, Lori, is another one of my absolute favorite designers. This is Know Ye, and it's an Adam and Eve sampler. Different fruit on the tree, and the sentiments is beautiful. Like a tree with, it's not just an apple tree or a pear tree, or you know, it's got different fruits on it, and of course with Adam and Eve. And I like how simple Adam and Eve are. They're not complicated. It's just really, really a pretty sampler. Simply Spring by Waxing Moon is another favorite of mine. The bright colors. Sometimes, if it's the right design, I'm attracted to the bright colors, and this one just really, really stood out to me. The kite with the bunnies and chicks, and I wrote such cute frame options back then. So I remember back in the early 2000s how a lot of the companies would make frames specifically for designs, cross stitch designs, and the frames would complement the design. It would even extend out the design and even become part of it. And I really miss that. I think we've got kind of gotten away from the whimsical part of the framing. Back in the 80s, it was the mats, and you would actually have designs like vines and flowers on the mats, but then they branched out to actually doing it on the frames. And then now we've kind of, you know, went away from that. But those kinds of frames that add to the design are a whimsical way to display your pieces, I think. Winter Joy from Brown House Studios. And the blues in this one is perfect for January. And, you know, it's just a happy design. I really like it. Hands to Work. This is Peace and Prosperity. Oh my gosh. Oh, this one I have to have too. I have to find this one. It is gorgeous. It says, Peace be within thy walls and prosperity within thy palaces. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. Yeah, I have to have that one. This one is Hornbook Revisited by Caratel Samplings. And Kathy and Marty also, big favorite. Really pretty and a lovely way to display the alphabet and critters. You could change the colors up too, I wrote. So this one is definitely gorgeous. I love that alphabet is the center, and then everything else just complements it. I like that. And then one of the earlier Little House Needleworks, this is Needlework School, Mrs. Ross's School of Needlework, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And just the basics, ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. And I just like the way that one is, kind of harks to years gone by in the schools. And, you know, things are very different now than when, than the concept of this design, you know, was thought up. It's just not like that anymore, right? Pursue Your Passion. This is from Blue Ribbon Designs. Simple and to the point. It's monochromatic, so you could do it with any color. And it's a lovely sentiment as well. You know, we all need to pursue our passions. And cross stitch, obviously, is our passion. And finding those little gems like these, you know, that were a part of the past that we might have missed is definitely my passion. I love anything that is old and then you can make it new again. And then this one is Spring is in the Air by Brittercup. Those little fat robins, and I wrote reds and oranges are bright, fun little stitches. Brittercup does a lot of cat silhouettes, and in different settings. They put the little cat in the holidays, or they even do a dog. They do other animals too, but it's just kind of just a wispy silhouette of the animal, and then they're usually done in black, and then everything around them is pretty, you know, is colorful. So I really like Brittercup designs, and I've done a few of them, and this one's just different though than what I imagined in a Brittercup. Some of the designers have their style that you know it when you see it, but I would not have known this was a Brittercup had I not seen that it was, you know, based on the design. Flowers of One Garden. This is Midsummer Night's design. The verse reads, "We are the leaves of one branch, the drops of one sea, the flowers of one garden." I just think that sampler is just beautiful. I have to have this one too. It's Flowers of One Garden by Midsummer Night's Designs. It's got a big red house on it too. So, An Emblem of Love. This is With My Needle. Ellen did such a good job at the samplers that she created, whether she was reproducing something or just coming up with something on her own. She's just got that flair for those samplers, and I really, really love this one. It's a gorgeous Quaker, the blues and deep reds, and the color change is possible too. They have a picture of one just done all in blues. So really you could do this in any color, and this one's a little hard to find, I believe. So if you find this one, you're doing good. Let's see, I'm giving you all my secrets before I even try to find these things, and that's the way it is. I've got plenty to stitch. I'll find them. This is Minnie Allen by Primitive Things. The alphabet and how she put the N in her name on the line above. That's just, you know, typical of schoolgirl samplers. I love that. And all those windows. She really liked the windows. But I love, love, love her versions of the alphabet. And it's just really, really pretty. This is Minnie Allen from Primitive Things. Helen Bullock by Lisa Cowell. Really pretty red sampler. Love the birds on each side and all the hearts. Yeah, this is another one that I have to have. Really, really pretty. Helen Bullock, B-U-L-L-O-C-K by Lisa Cowell. Really pretty red sampler. This is another Midnight Stitching. This is Quaker Floral. The alphabet goes all the way around. You see, it goes all the way around the design, and that's really, you don't see that very often. You know, usually the alphabet's in the middle, or it goes down A, B, C, L, M, N, O, and then Q, R, S across the bottom. But this one goes all the way around. I really like that. And florals and ribbons. Sharon, is this yours? This is the only picture I could find of this one. Is this your sampler? I believe where I found it, the lady said that this was Sharon's and it was spelled like your name. So I'm just curious, is that your sampler? It's really, really pretty. Quaker Floral by Midnight Stitching. It's Good to Be Home. This is Heart in Hand, Miss Cecilia herself. It's a simple design with an excellent message I wrote. It's good to be home. Really like this one. I'm going to have to pick this one up too. Big Cecilia fan, big Heart in Hand fan. I've done several and I've got lots more to do and really love this one. Now, this next one is one of my unicorns, as our most primitive needle. But this is Hornbook Angel, and she is a tombstone angel, and just, you know, honestly, to have some of Lisa's designs that I don't have, I mean, I don't know what I'd do for them. I really don't. I'd probably do a lot to get my hands on some of those designs. This one is just beautiful. It's macabre, but it's peaceful to me. You know, I like that kind of thing. So, just really pretty. Hornbook Angel. This is Winter Woolen's Cupboard Pen Keep. Really primitive. This is from Stacy Nash, and you can tell Stacy Nash designs too. They're very, you can tell, you know. But this is just really simple, and if you were to stuff it with some walnut shells or something and put that weight to it and then just have it sitting in a primitive display, it's just perfect. It's gorgeous. For winter, you know, January. There's No Place Like Home. This is another la-di-da. No Place Like Home, so true. Never seen this one and I have to have it. I wrote, yep, there's no place like home. Again, with some of my favorite designers. I don't mean to repeat designers, but they're tried and true for me. And, you know, I'm just drawn to them. So, do you like that one? Wonderful Life by the Sampler Girl. I still haven't seen that movie. And probably never will because I don't like to watch movies that make me cry. And I'm pretty sure that one would make me cry, but I really like her homage to that movie. And I love the finishing on it I wrote, and simple Quaker-esque design. I like that. I like a lot of Sampler Girls things. I really do. This is Old Pewter Sampler from Primitive Betty's. Primitive Betty's is also a favorite. They remind me of Not Forgotten Farm and Stacy Nash and you know, the simple things but made to look old, but they do it so well that you can't really tell it's not old, you know, that kind of thing. And I really like the pewter aspect of it because pewter was a big thing, you know, back in the day. And, you know, I wouldn't have thought of using that color. It makes it unique, I think. All right, that's my January time capsule, and I hope you saw something that piqued your interest and maybe one that you'll seek out or, you know, look for some other January through the years charts that you might like. But don't ever discount the older designs because they're today's designs. I feel there are some standouts, definitely, to me. This is my opinion. There are some standouts, but the older designs are just, you know, they beckon to me. They call me. So I like to seek those out every now and then and just add those to my stash, things that I missed. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you're getting a lot of stitching done. And until I see you again, happy stitching.